Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm gonna do a very casual, relaxed, get ready with me, but I am gonna go through and show you guys how I do my makeup, just for fun. Just a disclaimer though, I am not a professional makeup artist. I just like to do this for fun, and I have picked up some stuff over the years from watching YouTube videos of other people and just trial and error. Anyways, I just took a shower, except for my hair. I didn't wash my hair. I just did that yesterday. Washed my face, and then I just applied my moisturizer, which I use this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. I love this stuff. I actually started using it because I got a facial a while back, and the girl said that my face was very dry, which I knew, but I was using so many different products at the time and I didn't really know what was good, and she recommended that, and I was really surprised by how much I liked it, and I've been using it ever since. It's been years. Putting on primer now. NYX, or NYX, however you want to pronounce it. The Angel Veil primer. Last night was really fun. We went over to my cousin's house and just hung out, made some food. This is not the right shade for me, but it's only because I haven't bought the one that's the right shade for me. This one's usually my summer shade. It's a little bit darker, but I ran out of the one that I really like, and I haven't repurchased it yet because I haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, even though we're staying home, we still gotta stay confident, right? Yeah, we can definitely tell that this isn't my shade, but that's okay. Normally I use the Huda Beauty one. This is such a mess. Like, I've used this up completely. Like, I was scraping the sides for this stuff. But this is the Huda Beauty foundation in 230N or Macaroon. I like this a lot. Whenever I wear that, I get so many compliments. But it's been a while since I haven't repurchased it yet, but I definitely want to. But right now I'm using the Born This Way foundation in porcelain, which sounds like it would be really light, but it's not light enough for me right now. It's just a little too dark, but we're gonna work with it because we're quarantined. Just because it is a little darker than my skin tone, I'm just gonna kind of blend it down the neck a little bit. And the reason that I was dabbing it into my skin, which some people ask me that when they watch me, is because it just creates a nicer finish. You're patting it into the skin rather than rubbing it around on the skin. And hopefully, if you're watching this, you can take something from it, and it might work for you too. So now I'm just using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer under the eye. And this stuff dries pretty quickly, so I try to catch it before it does dry. And just kind of same deal, I pat it in to the skin, and then once it's kind of distributed below my eyelid, below my eye, I blend it out down here a little bit so that it doesn't look super light under my eye and then darker on the rest of my face. I try to blend it in more. I really am into brushes right now for face makeup. I just think that for me personally, I prefer to use brushes. It wasn't always that way though. I used to be really into using a sponge, and then I found that I was breaking out a lot, specifically on my forehead, like this area right here. There's just so many little bumps, and I was trying everything, including not wearing makeup for a really long time. When I went to Ulta one time, one of the consultants mentioned, she was like, "You use a sponge?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I felt so attacked because she was like, "Well, sponges collect so much bacteria and germs, and they absorb everything that's around them in your sink area or wherever you use it. And at the time I felt really attacked. So I was kind of salty for a little bit about it, and then I actually tried the brush thing, and I remember I thought my makeup looked so much better. Like, it just applied differently. And ever since then, I haven't found anything that I like better than using brushes on my face. So now I'm just using the Beauty Bakery flower on my face to set to my under eyes. And this is the powder. I just think that's so cute. The whole line is based on like bakery, pastry related. I really need to get more comfortable in front of the camera. Right now I'm bronzing my face, by the way. I'm just using the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Shady Biz. So I kind of just decided to make this more casual, so I'm not thinking as much about it. But like, one of my biggest downfalls with this kind of thing is when I'm on camera like this, I think that I have to like be super entertaining and fun, and like I'm not very good at acting myself. My dear friend and cousin Dante James, he also has a YouTube channel, you should check him out. He told me that I should just kind of get comfortable and do more laid back things to ease my way in, and then I bring it down, kind of like, I'm sure you might have heard this before, but the 3, like, so it's like a 3 like this, just like that. And then I also add some to the neck just because I added other stuff to the neck, so I just want it to be evened out. I'm not mad at it so far. I'm gonna do my brows, and they are really bad right now. They need some help, and right now everything is closed, so there's no like eyebrow ER. I'm gonna go off camera to do them because I don't want you to see them. So then I'll come back and do my eyeshadow, which is the fun part. I'm back. So I did my eyebrows off camera. It always feels like they're so dark compared to the rest of my face when I don't have my other makeup on yet, my other eye makeup. So let's dive into that. So I go ahead and use my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I put that on my eyelids just a little bit. I just use my finger to spread it around. And I use my middle finger because it has the least amount of pressure out of all of our fingers, I believe. Could be wrong, but pretty sure. And we don't need any extra pressure on our lids, because actually this lid has like a wrinkle. I don't know if you can see it right here. It has a wrinkle. Wow, my lips are so chapped. But this one doesn't have that wrinkle. I don't know if you can see what I mean. That's okay, but I just notice it because when I'm doing my eye makeup, this eye always turns out worse for me. Things don't blend as well on the outer corner because of those wrinkles, but that's okay. I work through it. So I'm gonna use the James Charles palette. I love this palette because it's just so bright, and when I'm feeling bright, I can use it. Like, all these are so fun, but then if I'm also feeling more neutral, I can go up here. Like, these are so fun for the fall, I feel like. Like, all these, I use these reds and peaches and oranges a lot in the fall. I just had a lot of fun with this palette since I've gotten it. But I'm gonna go into probably the most least exciting shade right now to set my eyelid, since I just put on the primer. I just like to set my lid. I don't use a lot, just enough to brush over. I personally feel like this makes a huge difference when I apply my shadows compared to if I wouldn't set them with this powder. I just feel like it really sets a nice foundation to start on, and you can kind of see what you're doing more. Now I'm gonna go into a different palette altogether. I love this palette. Look how pretty it is. If you like neutrals, there's lots of really pretty neutrals, and I love them because I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but they're so pinky. Like a lot of these are have a lot of pink peach undertones to them, and I really like that a lot. And then obviously lots of fun colors to play with too, which is my fave. Is that lighting better? Go into Love Handles, because I like this. It's pinky nude, and I'm gonna put this in my crease.
That's very true.
I am personally feeling like bringing it in a little closer to the inner corner today, but yeah, just brushing back and forth. Now I'm gonna, what do I feel like doing now? Now I'm gonna go into this shade here. It's called Thick Skin, and it does not show well on camera, I feel like. It does not look, here, I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of just like a darker pinky nude, and I really like that for the outer corner. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna use this eye, it's so much better. I'm just gonna tap some on the outer corner. Stamp it on there. I'm gonna go onto the outer V again. I'm just kind of adding some more color. So the V is really just like here and then here. So it's like a sideways V. That's at least the way that I've learned it. And that's where I apply the darker shadow. Like I don't go all the way to the inner corner. I just kind of stay halfway across my crease. I'll use some windshield wiper motions and some circular motions. Usually the circular motions are in the corner here to kind of blend that more. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the other eye now. I can always go back and fix it if I'm not feeling it. And we're gonna go back over with, I just dropped it, with our transition shade in a little bit after we finish this step. Okay, not bad. And girl, just blend, because that's the key. If you feel like your eyeshadow looks like shit, keep blending. Oh, sorry. Now I'm going into Perfectionist again on the fluffy brush. It's the same transition shade, and I'm just using that right at the top above the colors we just put on and blend it out, just to kind of blend that edge and help blend those colors all together along with the transition shade, and because it just looks so much nicer when it's all consistent, when it's like uniform, if that even makes sense. And when there's no harsh lines and stuff like that, it just looks a lot better. So that's why I like to do this. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I never know when I have blended enough though. I'm always second guessing myself. I'm a huge second guesser, and blending is one of those things. So next, did I blend enough? Just to be safe, I'm gonna go over it again with I'm gonna go back into my crease shade of Love Handles. This one. And I'm just gonna blend a little more, you know, never blend too much. Okay, so now that I have all of that blended how I think I like it, I'm going to go into some concealer. So the same concealer I used under my eyes. And I'm gonna take a brush. Wow, it's not in its best shape right now, but I take a brush like this. It's the Morphe something. It's not labeled, but I love this for just this specific part. I love putting a shimmer on my eyelid, so that's what I'm doing. It's like my favorite. So I'm gonna go and try to use this lid because it's prettier. And I just go and apply a little bit here. And then I'm gonna open, look around to find that crease. See that mark right there? That's the top of my actual lid. So then I go up there with it, bring it up there, and I bring it back down to the corner of my eyelid. I might need a little bit more. I try to keep it the right shape, but it's not always perfect. Yeah, there we go. I try to round it more, and then I stop it at like 3/4 through my lid. Sometimes I do it even sooner, it just depends. And then, okay. So then I'm gonna take the shade that I wanna use on my lid, which is the shade Ride or Diamonds. I'm gonna use my finger for this before it dries, before the concealer dries, I mean. And I'm just gonna pop that on top of that concealer. Okay. And I'm just gonna do the same to the other side. I'm just gonna go ahead and sweep anything that was under my eye away. Now, as you can tell, it doesn't look very fluid because it's just like a splotch of glitter on my eyelid and then other colors around it. So of course, we've got to blend. I'm going to just tap. What brush should I use for that? I'm gonna use the brush that I used for the outer corner again and go into that color, Thick Skin. Just gonna tap it off and then drag it over / dab onto that lid to just kind of make the transition a little smoother. So that's better. As you can see, we really smoothed out that transition, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So another step that I find helpful is using that bony shade from the James Charles palette. I'm sure it has a name. Sorry that I don't know your real name, but I'm just gonna use this up in the eyebrow bone area to kind of help blend that area with you. Then one last time, I'm gonna take the transition shade brush, and I'm not even going to put anything on it. I am the opposite of graceful. I'm just gonna take that with no shade on it, nothing new on it. I'm just gonna gently, very gently, go right above, just in that little transition area, to kind of blend anything that might be hanging out there. Make it even smoother. Now, sometimes I find that when you go in and blend out the lid, it sometimes might lose a little bit of the shimmery shade. So I see that happening a little bit on this one. I'm just gonna go back in, touch it up a little bit. Okay, pretty happy with that, I think. Okay, so now that I'm done with the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner. e.l.f. liquid eyeliner in jet black, and I think it's like $1. I think it's literally like $1 or $2, something really cheap like that. I just dropped it again. I just love it because I have not been able to find a eyeliner that is just such a perfect little brush like this, and I just like it. I haven't found anything else that I like as much, so I can't believe I'm actually showing this part because I usually don't feel too confident about my eyeliner skills, but I guess we're doing it. So just gonna move the camera a little bit. So a lot of the times, because I have a hooded eye, I don't like to open my eye until after this is dried, so I fan it till it's dry. So this is so hard to do on camera, so I'm just gonna smooth this out off camera and do my other eye off camera as well, and then I'll come back and we'll do the rest. Wow, so just realized I should have been filming from this angle the whole time, but it's okay. You know, the light just looks so much better here, and I don't have shadows on this side of my face, but it's a learning process. So I did my liner off camera. Just did a wing. If you guys would like to see a more in-depth video on that topic, just let me know. I kind of just wanted to do this casual get ready with me to get into things, and if you guys would want me to do anything more specific to any one of the steps in this routine, just let me know. I'm gonna do my blush now. So this is my favorite blush. I don't really use anything else. Sometimes I do mix this with another one, but this is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. And there's a lot of people on YouTube that use this, and that's actually how I found out about it, and I really love this. But I did get another blush in my Ipsy bag when I used to get Ipsy. It's the Note in the shade Desert Rose, and I don't really love it on its own, but I like to mix it with the Milani. I'll just kind of do a dab in each one and then tap it off and put it right on my cheek. I got it around where the bronzer would be, and I kind of just like okay. So now, what do I usually do next? I'm just gonna go on my lower lash line with some of the colors that I put on my eyelid. Specifically just the transition shade and then the crease shade, so Perfectionist and Love Handles. I kind of just tapped into each one, and I'm just gonna brush it underneath a little bit. And I'll probably add some more. I just feel weird when I only have it on the top and then not on the bottom at all. So just adding a little bit to give some color. I'll bring it together. Alright, and then I'm gonna go into Jaclyn Hill's First palette because I love the white shades that she has. These two up here are great for inner corner highlight kind of thing. So I'm gonna go into this one right here, and I'm just gonna put a little bit right there. So I feel like with these, a little bit goes a long way. Yep. And I'm not even gonna apply anymore. I'm just gonna put it right there. Do it again, and I'm just gonna go up on the brow bone area. Highlight that little area. My background's not on that YouTuber level yet. I need like a nice little table with a plant and maybe a letterboard or something. Now I'm going to apply my mascara, which I actually hate mascara. Now that I am like addicted to lashes, I really don't like mascara, but I think that it really makes your lashes blend a lot better with your regular lashes, so I have been applying it. But I'm actually gonna apply it off camera because you guys know how to put on mascara, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I just applied my mascara, and as you can tell, I have no natural lashes really, which is why I am addicted to lashes, fake lashes. The ones that I normally use are the Lily Lashes. Hold on. And today I'm gonna wear my Mykonos ones, which I normally wear Miami, but I'll just spice it up a little bit. I'm just gonna put the glue on, let them dry a little bit, pop them on. I'm gonna do that off camera. Wow, I will seriously never get over the difference that lashes make. Okay, I'm back. I have my lashes on. And this is basically the completed look. I'm just going to choose something to put on my lips. But since I'm actually gonna eat a sandwich right after this, I don't think I'm gonna put anything on my lip. Typically I would put on Moonchild. This is my favorite lip gloss. It's by Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. Maybe I'll pop it on after I eat my sandwich. Who knows? I am gonna do one last step, and that is put some highlighter on. Normally I use my Morphe setting spray and I will set everything before my lashes, but I actually just ran out of that and I need to repurchase it. So instead, I'm gonna skip that step. I'm using the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Pearlized highlighter, and it's in the shade On the Cusp, and this is a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, I think. Pretty sure. I like this one. I think it goes well for my skin tone. I'm just doing a very subtle highlight because when I'm doing like a more natural look, I don't really like a very dramatic one. And I'm not even applying that much. Just on the little apple of my cheek. Kind of like where I applied my blush, but at this little point here on the cheekbone where it rises up the most. And that way, so when you turn your face, you see it, but when your head looking head on, you can't see that. But as soon as you turn your head, you see it. You know what I mean? And that's the look for today. And thank you for watching. Bye.